Hey guys, it's Cassie, and I'm coming to you via video for the first time, which I thought would be sort of a fun format to try. Also, I've got kind of a tight weekend, so I thought this would be kind of a quick way to get some information across to you guys. One of the questions I get a lot, of course I get asked a lot about food and diet, but specifically I get asked a lot about alcohol. I like alcohol. I have since before I was able to drink it, unfortunately. I'm not proud to say that, but it's true. In fact, I have several forms in my fridge right now. These days, it's mainly for guests because, as I'm about to get into, it's just really not a food group that I'm participating in anymore. There's been some kind of lowlights with my use of libations. When Keegan was about a year and a half old, I went out with some girlfriends and had a little too much fun and was hungover the entire next day. My husband was not around, and you feel like kind of a lowlife when your toddler is bringing you shreds of toilet paper trying to help you out when you're throwing up in the dining room in a bucket that you've had to carry around all day because you're just feeling so badly. So that was kind of a wake-up call to me. Of course, couple years down the road, happened again at a concert with some new friends that I had met since I moved to Colorado, and it was a great time. I had a blast at the concert, overdid it, and unfortunately suffered for like a day and a half afterwards. I mean, it took me a long time to get over it, and it's not worth it anymore. So, I've been cutting back, and I've been cutting back for, quite some time. And as I mentioned in a couple of my posts about cheat meals and other kind of special events, I do, partake. I'll have a glass of wine or a mixed drink or a beer or whatever, but usually not beyond that. And I guess for some reason when I went back to Austin last month to be with my really good friend Dawn, who was celebrating her recent remarriage, I decided that I was going to buck it up and really have a great time. And again, the alcohol was included in that plan. And I think it's just a pattern. It's a habit I'd gotten into. And so I sort of prepared for it. Of course I had been eating clean and, ate well the whole day, made sure I ate at the party, and ended up having about 2 or 3 glasses of wine over the course of the evening. And the next day, again, I paid for it. It was only wine. It wasn't, I wasn't doing shots. I wasn't completely crazy. In fact, I was, I had a great time, but I wasn't drunk or anything. But the next day, I felt really crappy. And, I was thinking to myself, I could have had cranberry juice or, I don't know, anything that tasted good. And I think I would have had the same effect. I mean, I think going back, and without trying to ramble too much, because I'm trying to keep this short, I'm kind of an introvert. I'm not the person who's going up talking to people all the time. It takes me a while to warm up, and alcohol is certainly a vehicle to kind of break the ice and, make it easier to approach people. And it just makes it obviously more fun to let loose and have a good time. And I found as I've gotten older, I just don't need that anymore. After you reach a certain age, you just don't really care what people think. And, I've got a lot more confidence nowadays, and I think that really helps. So, that's kind of where I'm at on it. These days, since that party, I think I've had one drink, and I was very mindful of it when I had it because I was trying to kind of gauge how I was feeling as I was drinking it. And, it wasn't all that satisfying. And in the end, all it did was make me hungrier, which I've alluded to in the past. I don't like alcohol for that reason, because if you go in and you're reasonably hungry, you order the amount that you need to, the portion size that you need, you eat it slowly, you drink water with it, you're usually fine. But, add a cocktail to that, even a beer, just, something with low alcohol content, it's still going to increase the appetite. And I'm just not in a position to want to do that. It's just not worth it to me anymore. So, that's where I'm at. This is not an attempt to try to get you to head that direction, but it's kind of a revelation that I've had, and it's been coming for a long time, as you can tell based on my history. It's just something that I think I'm letting go of, and I feel okay with that. If I go to a party and people are drinking, I will find something you know, even if it is higher in calories, like a juice or even a soda. I mean, I think, you know, that's fine because I'm not doing it all that often. Maybe once a week, sometimes depending on the events, maybe, you know, once a month. So anyway, it's kind of my last call for alcohol, but I thought it was kind of a good topic to talk about since we're entering the weekend and it's, you know, summertime. Because when I'm grilling, that's been kind of one of my habitual things is to grab one of these guys, you know, and head out while I'm tending everything. So anyway, whatever you guys decide to do, if you decide to partake or not, just wanted to give you my perspective on it these days. And I hope you guys have a great weekend. Talk to you later.